Have you ever felt the weight of financial stress? Growing up, I often found myself comparing my belongings to others. I thought having less meant I was worth less. It's surprising how much our childhood experiences shape our relationship with money. For me, things changed when my father started buying me stuff. It wasn't about showing off, but rather feeling a sense of belonging. However, this led to overspending, creating a cycle of guilt and anxiety with every purchase. But I realized I needed to break this cycle. So, I delved into personal finance content, pored over college books, and committed to mastering money management. In my video, I share my journey and the lessons I learned about transforming my relationship with money. Join me as I talk about the challenges, the victories, and the steps I took to achieve financial stability. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like if this resonates with you. Number 1. Save first, spend after. Think of setting money aside after paying your bills as a way of ensuring you're building your future wealth. It's like putting a portion of your earnings into a future you fund. This act is crucial because it's like a tax on your income. You're paying yourself for the future just like you pay taxes to the government. Robert Kiyosaki's quote highlights the importance of keeping money, not just making it. By saving, you're securing what you've earned. Now, the saved money can be used for something powerful: investing. Even if your budget is tight, prioritizing investing is crucial. Why? Because when you invest, your money doesn't just grow a little. It multiplies exponentially through compounding. Compounding is like a snowball effect. Your money earns more money, and then that money earns even more, growing faster and faster over time. Starting to save and invest early means you have more time for this compounding magic to work, which can significantly boost your wealth in the long run. So, setting aside money regularly, even if it's small amounts, gives you a better chance to benefit from this powerful compounding effect. Number 2, make an inventory of what you have before shopping. Think of your shopping habits like how you manage your groceries. Before buying food, you always check what's already in your fridge and pantry to avoid waste, right? Well, the same idea works for other stuff you buy: clothes, furniture, electronics, you name it. Imagine you hate wasting food because you know some people don't have enough to eat. That feeling can apply to other things too. Before splurging on something new, ask yourself, do I really need it? What will happen to the old one if I get this? Will I actually use it? Asking these questions before shopping helps you save money and keeps valuable things from ending up in the trash. Try thinking about selling or donating items before tossing them out. It's like aiming for zero or very little waste, which is awesome for your wallet and the planet. Number 3, quality over quantity. Buying quality items that are well made and durable is like making a smart investment. They might cost more upfront, but they last longer, saving money over time because they don't need frequent replacements. It's like choosing something that lasts for a long time instead of buying cheaper things that might break or go out of style quickly. So, prioritizing quality over quantity is a savvy way to spend money and ensure things stay useful for years. Number 4, buy things that can be repaired if needed. Even really good things can break sometimes. So, when you buy something new, it's a good idea to think about whether you could fix it if it breaks. Ask yourself some questions like, can you change the battery in your electronics or get replacement parts for them in the future? Are the parts kind of the same across different versions? Can you update or change things to fit what you need later on, like adding more storage to your phone? Another important thing is to see if you can fix it yourself. Sometimes you might be surprised at what you can repair by learning a bit. For instance, changing your computer's battery or fixing your washing machine's door might be easier than you think. There are awesome tutorials on YouTube that show you how to fix lots of things. So, before you toss something away, it's worth checking if you can fix it yourself to save money and help the planet by reducing waste. Number 5, Buy secondhand. Thrift shopping is like a super money-saving hobby. At first, I didn't think buying secondhand stuff was a great deal, but I was totally mistaken. It's awesome because it lets you buy really good stuff at lower prices. In a world where the best quality things can be super expensive, thrift stores give you a chance to get that quality without breaking the bank. Also, when you shop at thrift stores, you dodge all the fancy advertising and marketing that usually tempts us to buy things we don't really need. It's easier to stick to what you really want when you're not bombarded with all those ads and flashy displays. Thrift shopping helps you focus on what you truly need rather than getting swayed by all the marketing hype. Number 6, adopt a non-superficial mindset. You might not always notice, but some really wealthy folks don't always seem super rich because they're careful with their money. Instead of spending lots on shopping, they put their money into things that grow or build more money for their family later on. They're thinking about leaving something behind for their loved ones, so they invest most of their money smartly. Living with a buy more, get more mindset is called consumerism. But guess what? You don't have to live like that. In fact, if you want to become wealthier, it's better to avoid spending too much on things you might not really need. Think about people who spend less than you do. Are they less happy than you? And here's a big question. When you bought something last time, did it give you lasting happiness, or was it just a quick feeling of excitement? The idea is, spending less and thinking about what truly brings you joy in the long run can help you become richer in more ways than just money. Happiness from possessions often doesn't last, but making smart choices with your money and focusing on what truly matters to you can bring longer-lasting contentment. Number 7, realize that you are surrounded by marketing. Everywhere you look, there's advertising trying to get your attention. On social media, it seems like everyone's showing off stuff they have, right? But here's the secret. A lot of those things are actually given to them by companies as part of deals. They might not have paid a cent for it. Here's something really important. How much your house costs or what car you drive doesn't decide how awesome you are as a person. It's like they're not connected at all. People who figure this out early in life actually have a big advantage over others. They're not constantly trying to show off things to prove themselves. Instead, they focus on what truly matters, being themselves and valuing who they are without needing fancy stuff to feel important. Remember, your true worth as a person has nothing to do with the things you own. Number 8, spend on things that will save you money later. It's not just about investing money. Sometimes it's also about spending a bit more upfront if it means getting something that's really good quality. Like, imagine you're buying something more expensive, but it's super well made and lasts longer. Or maybe you buy in bigger amounts when you know you'll need more later. That's like being smart about your purchases. Think of it this way. Imagine you're the boss of a company. Bosses don't spend money on things that won't help their business. They focus on getting things that add value. For example, if they need a new computer, they won't necessarily pick the fanciest, newest model. Instead, they'll choose the one that's most efficient and has the best value for its quality and price. It's like making smart choices that benefit the business the most in the long run. Number 9. But don't overspend on something you've just started. When you're starting something new, like a hobby, it's totally cool to hold off on buying the super expensive gear right away, even if it's really high quality. Instead, give yourself some time to practice and figure out if you truly enjoy this new thing you're trying. By starting with less expensive gear, it makes you focus on getting better at it without worrying too much about having the best stuff. I totally get what you mean about playing music. You started with a cheap guitar, and even when you had the chance to get a better one, you held back because you felt like you weren't ready for it yet. That's a great mindset. It pushed you to get better and better until you felt like you truly deserved that nicer guitar. It's kind of like earning it through your hard work and dedication to improving your skills. Waiting until you're really sure and skilled can make buying that more expensive gear even more special. Number 10. You should have a tighter budget. Even if you can afford more, when you start earning more money, it might be tempting to upgrade your lifestyle, right? But here's a neat idea. Instead of immediately splurging because you can afford it, keep living like you're not super wealthy. Make a budget that's a bit tighter than what you could actually afford. Before you decide to buy fancier things or move to a bigger place, think carefully. Holding off on big purchases can be like giving yourself and your family a special treat in the future. So, keeping your spending habits in check can actually be a way of taking care of your future self and loved ones. Number 11. Differentiate wants from needs. Understanding the difference between needs and wants is essential for managing your money wisely. Needs are the things crucial for survival and basic living, like having a place to live, housing, food to eat, clothes to wear, utilities, like electricity and water, transportation and healthcare. These are the necessities that keep you safe, healthy, and able to live comfortably. On the other hand, wants are things that enhance your life but aren't necessary for survival, like eating out frequently, buying expensive designer clothes, splurging on luxury electronics, or spending a lot on entertainment beyond what you really need. To figure out if something is a need or a want, consider whether it's essential for your health, safety, or overall well-being. This clarity helps prioritize spending on needs while being mindful of excessive spending on wants. By focusing more on fulfilling your needs and being cautious about your wants, you can manage your money better and make sure your essential expenses are covered while avoiding overspending on things that aren't truly necessary for your life. Number 12. Limit credit card use. Managing credit card usage requires strategic planning and financial prudence. Credit cards offer unparalleled convenience but pose a risk of overspending, potentially leading to financial strain. To mitigate this risk, it's prudent to establish a credit limit in line with your financial capacity. Align this limit with what you can comfortably repay within your means to prevent accumulating unmanageable debt. Furthermore, to avoid incurring interest charges, a steadfast commitment to paying off the entire credit card balance monthly is essential. This approach ensures that no interest accrues on the borrowed amount, thereby maintaining financial stability and minimizing additional expenses. Moreover, considering the use of alternative payment methods such as cash or a debit card could offer added control over expenditures. With these methods, spending is limited to the available funds in your bank account, encouraging more conscious and disciplined financial behavior. By employing these strategies, setting a reasonable credit limit, diligently paying off balances, and considering alternative payment options, one can exercise prudent financial management, effectively controlling spending habits and preventing the accumulation of excessive debt. These practices align with responsible financial behavior and aid in maintaining a healthy financial standing. Number 13. Avoid sales temptation. Sales and discounts often create a sense of urgency, enticing us to buy things we might not need. To resist this temptation, create a shopping list of what you genuinely need before entering a store or browsing online. Evaluate whether the discounted item aligns with your predetermined needs and budget. Focus on whether the purchase serves a purpose or if it's solely driven by the allure of a reduced price. Number 14. Practice discipline. Discipline in spending involves consistently adhering to your budget and financial plan. It requires self-control and a conscious effort to make financial decisions aligned with your goals. This might mean saying no to spontaneous purchases, delaying gratification, and prioritizing long-term financial security over immediate desires. Regularly reviewing your budget and progress towards your financial goals helps reinforce this discipline. Number 15. Track expenses. Recording all your expenses, whether through apps, spreadsheets, or a notebook, helps monitor where your money goes. Categorize expenses into different groups like groceries, entertainment, utilities to understand spending patterns. This detailed overview allows you to identify areas where you tend to overspend and make adjustments accordingly. Regularly reviewing these expenses enables you to stay accountable and adjust your budget to align with your financial priorities. By focusing on these aspects in detail, you can develop a stronger awareness of your financial habits, make conscious spending choices, and maintain better control over your finances. I recommend you watch the next video in our series. Don't hesitate to share this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and will see you in my next video.